From their magnificent city, Tenochtitlan, the Aztecs emerged as the dominant force in central Mexico, developing an intricate social, political, religious, and commercial organization that brought many of the region's city-states under the control by the 15th century. The exact origins of the Aztec people are uncertain, but they are believed to have begun as a northern tribe of hunter-gatherers whose name came from their homeland, Aslan, or white men. The Aztecs were also known as the Tecnoca or the Mexica.
When the Aztecs saw an eagle perched on a cactus on the marshy land near the southwest border of Lake Texcoco, they saw it as a sign to build their settlement there. They drained the swampy land, constructed artificial islands on which they could plant gardens, and establish the foundations of their capital city. Typical Aztec crops included maize, corn, along with beans, squashes, potatoes, tomatoes, and avocados. They also supported themselves with fishing and hunting local animals such as rabbits, armadillos, snakes, coyotes, and wild turkeys. Their relatively sophisticated system of agriculture, including intensive cultivation of land and irrigation methods, and a powerful military tradition would enable the Aztecs to build a successful state, and later an empire.
The first European to visit Mexican territory was Francisco Hernandez de Cordova, who arrived in Yucatan from Cuba with 3 ships and about 100 men in early 1517. Cordoba's reports on his return to Cuba prompted the Spanish governor there, Diego Velázquez, to send a larger force back to Mexico under the command of Hernán Cortés. In November 1519, Cortés and his men arrived in Tenochtitlan, where Montezuma and his people greeted them as honored guests according to Aztec customs.
In 1428, under their leader Itzcoatl, the Aztecs formed a 3-way alliance with the Texcocans and the Taquibans to defeat their most powerful rivals for influence in the region, the Tepanet, and conquered their capital of Azcapotzalco. Itzcoatl's successor, Montezuma, who took power in 1440, was a great warrior who was remembered as the father of the Aztec Empire. By the early 16th century, the Aztecs had come to rule over up to 500 small states and some 5 to 6 million people, either by conquest or commerce. Tenochtitlan, at its height, had more than 140,000 inhabitants and was the most densely populated city to ever exist in Mesoamerica. Bustling markets such as Tenochtitlan's Tlatelolco, visited by some 50,000 people on major market days, drove the Aztec economy. The Aztec civilization was also highly developed socially, intellectually, and artistically. It was a highly structured society with a strict caste system. At the top were the nobles, while at the bottom were serfs, indentured servants, and slaves. The Aztec calendar, common in much of Mesoamerica, was based on the solar cycle of 365 days and a ritual cycle of 260 days. The calendar played a central role in the religion and rituals of the Aztec society.